We don't want an unruly crowd tonight.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Good evening. Welcome to the regular monthly meeting of the Board of Commissioners held for the purpose of transacting the general business of the Township. Today's date is February 8th, 2017. The meeting is being held in the Springfield Middle School Library. Please stand and join the Board of Commissioners in a moment of silent reflection, honoring the servicemen and women who placed themselves in harm's way in order to help preserve our safety. Please remain standing and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. At this point, I would entertain a motion dispensing with the reading of the minutes of the previous meeting as written and recorded in the official minute book of the Township.
So moved.
Do we have a second?
Second.
Any questions or comments? All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, say nay. Please record a unanimous vote. The Board of Commissioners held an executive session to interview Springfield police officers for promotional opportunities and also an executive session with the Township solicitor to discuss one matter of litigation. We are in full complement, except our solicitor is under the weather and he is being ably replaced by Scott Denlinger of Whistler Pearlstein, to my left. Now, normally at this point, we would do public comment, we would do the agenda, and then we'd do more public comment. But we're going to juggle the deck a little, and what we'll do is we can't swear you people in until we actually do the act. So we will vote on those motions, and then we will do the swearing in. Then we will have the first public comment, and then we'll do the other motions, which aren't very many of them, and then we'll have the final public comment. That I guess protects anybody who has objections to you from speaking too. That's creative here. So at this point, I would like to call on Commissioner Maxwell for the first item on the agenda.
Thank you, Mr. President. On February 6, 2017, the Board of Commissioners had the privilege of meeting with 3 corporals of the Springfield Township Police Department who were certified as eligible for promotion to the position of police sergeant. All the candidates previously participated in the written and oral examination presented by an outside police consulting firm and were also evaluated on their performance by the Chief of Police. All 3 candidates performed well in the evaluation process. Therefore, I move that Corporal Sean Hart be promoted to the position of police sergeant in the Springfield Township Police Department. Sergeant Hart is married with 2 children. Sean attended the North Penn High School, Montgomery County Community College, and the Montgomery County Community College Municipal Police Academy. Sergeant Hart was appointed to the police department in May 2000 and promoted to corporal in December 2012. The promotion of Sean Hart to the position of sergeant has created a vacancy in the position of police corporal. Therefore, I move that Officer Aaron Harris...
Do them separate? You want to do them separate?
Separate? Okay, we'll separate, sorry.
First, we have the motion to promote promote Corporal Hart to sergeant. That is the motion, and do we have a second?
Second.
Any questions or comments? All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, say nay. Please record a unanimous vote. You're back.
Okay, sorry. The promotion of Sean Hart to the position of sergeant has created a vacancy in the position of police corporal. Therefore, I move that Officer Aaron Harris be promoted to the position of police corporal in the Springfield Township Police Department. Corporal Harris is married with no children. After graduating from Upper Dublin High School, Aaron enlisted in the United States Marine Corps and was honorably discharged in 2008. Corporal Harris graduated with a bachelor's degree in criminal justice from Temple University in 2011 and completed the Temple University Municipal Police Academy in 2013. That is my motion.
Thank you. We have a motion. Do we have a second?
Second.
And then one comment is the reason we needed to separate those was until Sergeant Hart was promoted, we didn't have a vacancy. So if we couldn't do the motions together. And last month, we promoted Lieutenant Allen to that position. That's what opened up the sergeant's position, and he's here to be sworn in, but that one was already voted on last month. So are there any questions? But we better finish this or we'll mess it up. Any other questions or comments? But we voted on that, No, we didn't. Any other questions or comments? All in favor, please signify by saying aye. Aye. All opposed, say nay. Okay, please record a unanimous vote. Now at this point, I'd like to call on Chief Michael Pitko to come down and introduce the officers being administered the oath of office. And then you can introduce the judge.
Okay, thank you, Commissioner. Well, welcome everybody to this night. We're really happy that it's rare that we get a chance to promote 3 officers, Lieutenant, Sergeant, and Corporal. So we're delighted that you could attend tonight. Also, thank you to all the Springfield personnel here. We have some retired personnel. We have Don Fancher, the former Deputy Chief of Springfield, now the Chief of Police in North Wales Borough. And as I look around the room here, I see some other retired folks like Detective Pike, Sergeant McMahon, Sergeant Beshy. Am I missing anybody? Very nice crowd tonight. I really appreciate that. So the Officer Hart, Sergeant Hart's daughter from White Marsh Township Police Department also. So the first promotion is for Sergeant Allen, being promoted to Lieutenant. Sergeant Allen has 26 years experience with the Springfield Township Police Department. He's a graduate of the Montgomery County Community College Municipal Police Academy. He also earned a bachelor's degree in criminal justice from Westchester University, promoted to corporal in 2003 and sergeant in 2012. Lee is a longtime firearms instructor with the department and our new patrol rifle instructor with our police department. You know what, I'll give the bios when we get the other 2 gentlemen real quick. Sergeant Hart has 16 years experience with the police department. Sean entered the department in the year 2000, promoted to corporal in 2012. Among his many training courses that Sean has, there's several officers trained in accident reconstruction. He has specialized training in reconstruction to investigate crashes involving motorcycles, bicycles, and pedestrians. And he's a longtime member of the Montgomery County Major Incident Response Team, very dependable member whenever we're called out for an assignment. The team provides dignitary protection and also dealing with civil disobedience. Officer Aaron Harris, the youngest of the group. Aaron has just over 4 years experience with the police department. As the Commissioner mentioned, graduate of Temple University, Municipal Police Academy in Temple University. Aaron is one of 2 new officers in the department assigned as a field training officer. That'll be for Corporal Harris. And that's the bio for all 3. I'll call now on Judge McGill to administer the oath of office.
Face the camera. Oh, we got cameras. How about this
Why don't we face the window? Sorry.
You can redo your vows then.
No, that's not good.
Good start. Okay, now.
We'll wait for later. Yeah, good.
Okay. I, Lee Allen,
I, Leroy Thomas Allen,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
and the Constitution of the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania
the Constitution of the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania,
against all enemies,
against all enemies,
foreign and domestic,
foreign and domestic,
and that I will bear true faith
and that I will bear true faith
and allegiance
and allegiance
to the same.
to the same.
I, Lee Allen,
I, Leroy Thomas Allen,
do do further solemnly swear
do further solemnly swear
that I take this obligation freely
that I take this obligation freely
without any mental reservation
without any mental reservation
or purpose of evasion,
or purpose of evasion,
and that I will well and faithfully discharge
and I will well and faithfully discharge
the office of lieutenant
the office of lieutenant
with fidelity.
with fidelity. Thank you.
Girls, come up.
I, Sean Hart,
I, Sean Hart,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania
and the Constitution of the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania
against all enemies,
against all enemies,
foreign and domestic,
foreign and domestic,
and that I will bear true faith
and I will bear true faith
and allegiance
and allegiance
to the same.
to the same.
I, Sean Hart,
I, Sean Hart,
do further solemnly swear
do further solemnly swear
that I take this obligation freely
that I take this obligation freely
without any mental reservation
without any mental reservations
or purpose of evasion,
or purpose of evasion,
and that I will well and faithfully discharge
and I will well and faithfully discharge
the office of sergeant
the office of sergeant
with fidelity.
with fidelity. Thank you.
Congratulations.
Yes, congratulations.
Stand between it like this. Ready?
Yep.
I, Aaron Harris,
I, Aaron Harris,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania
and the Constitution of the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania
against all enemies,
against all enemies,
foreign and domestic,
foreign and domestic,
and that I will bear true faith
and I will bear true faith
and allegiance
and allegiance
to the same.
to the same.
I, Aaron Harris,
I, Aaron Harris,
do further solemnly swear
do further solemnly swear
that I take this obligation freely
that I take this obligation freely
without any mental reservation
without any mental reservation
or purpose of evasion,
or purpose of evasion,
and that I will well and faithfully discharge
and that I will well and faithfully discharge
the office of corporal
the office of corporal
with fidelity.
with fidelity.
Good job.
One last comment, there are refreshments, light refreshments down in the cafeteria. Please join us.
Thank you, Chief.
Thank you.
Thank you, Judge McGill. It's certainly a privilege and a pleasure to have moments like this, and we are ever grateful for the hard work and dedication of our police. Now we move back to the routine. And yeah, you're allowed to leave. It's like we're competing with refreshments in the next room.
They going for refreshments?
How are you? Good seeing you again. How's everything? Hey, thanks. How are you? Good seeing you. Probably not being in school. You go someplace else, they'd be all right. Anything, you can check it out.
Having you brought up the Presbyterian, they would never have alcohol.
It's convenient to say it's because we're all so many alcoholics. Okay. We're going to continue now. At this point, the board is now open to comments or questions from the public. The board draws particular attention to those items listed on the agenda this evening. Please be advised that once the committee reports begin, the board can no longer accept questions from the floor. At the conclusion of the committee reports, public comments will once again be accepted. However, official action on those issues listed on the agenda will have already taken place. Therefore, if you wish to comment on an agenda item, now would be the appropriate time. Do we have any public comment? I suspect we don't. Okay. You don't have a public comment, do you? No. Okay. At this point, then, we will move on to the committee reports. The next item on the agenda is number 2, the February bill listing. I move that the Board of Commissioners approve the January check reconciliation in the amount of $2,480,212.76 and the February bill listing in the amount of $2,052,890.46. That is my motion. Do we have a second?
Second.
Any questions or comments? All in favor, please signify by saying aye. Aye. All opposed, say nay. Please record a unanimous vote. The next item is number 3, which has to do with the Sanitary Sewer Reserve Fund. I move that the Board of Commissioners adopt Resolution number 1388, a resolution retiring the Springfield Township Sanitary Sewer Reserve Fund and transferring all of the proceeds of the fund to the Springfield Township Capital Reserve Fund. The balance of the Sanitary Sewer Reserve Fund to be transferred is $3,476,085.55. That is my motion. Do we have a second?
Second.
We have a second. And then one comment is what that is we our sanitary sewer just about a year ago, and this was the money that we had put aside for future sewer repair. So not only did we get the 16 million or so we got, but we knew we'd have this additional amount of roughly 3.5 million. A chunk of that is actually set aside for stormwater issues, and that will probably remain the same, but it all will get put in the Capital Reserve Fund. And so we've just moved one reserve to another, and that the bulk of that is all part of the municipal campus project, and that was how we figured out how much we needed to borrow and whatnot. So this is a housekeeping matter. Any other questions or comments? All in favor, please signify by saying aye. Aye. All opposed, say nay. Please record a unanimous vote. That concludes my report, and I would like to move on to the Chairman of the Public Works and Facilities Committee, Commissioner Shum.
Thank you, Mr. President. I have one item this evening. I move that the Board of Commissioners engage BL Companies of King of Prussia, Pennsylvania to perform professional environmental services compliant with Pennsylvania Act 2, the Land Recycling Environmental Remediation Standards Act, as it relates to the former Tank Car Corporation of America site, 1725 Walnut Avenue, Orland, pursuant to the BL Company's proposal dated January 9th, 2017. That's my motion.
We have a motion. Do we have a second?
Second.
Any questions or comments? All in favor, please signify by saying aye. Aye. All opposed, say nay. Please record a unanimous vote.
That concludes my report, Mr. President.
Thank you, Commissioner Shum. We move on to the Chairman of the Community Development Committee, Commissioner Standish.
Thank you, Mr. President. I have 2 items on my agenda tonight. First is concerning Planning Commission membership. I move that the Board of Commissioners reappoint Angela Murray, George Schaefer, and David Sands to new 4-year terms of service as members of the Springfield Township Planning Commission. The new terms of service shall expire February 16th, 2021. That is my motion.
We have a motion. Do we have a second?
Second.
Any questions or comments? All in favor, please signify by saying aye. Aye. All opposed, say nay. Please record a unanimous vote.
Thank you. And next, My next item concerns medical marijuana. Let me just give you some background on what this is all about. Recently, the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania made legal the dispensing of medical marijuana, and as part of that, they're requiring that all townships amend their codes to allow for dispensing of medical marijuana somewhere in their township. So we've actually been reviewing a fairly lengthy and comprehensive ordinance in Planning Commission over the last few months that was given to us by the county planning group. But in discussion with, amongst ourselves recently, we just decided that what we would really like to do is try to relegate the location of any dispensaries to our industrial zone. And we felt that we wanted to do this relatively quickly, which doesn't mean that we can't revise this ordinance at a later date and take it back through the Planning Commission. But as it stands, what we're going to try to do is at least, relegate it to one location, and we're going to advertise for that for a hearing coming up, I guess, within the next month or two. So, that being said, I move that the Board of Commissioners authorize the advertisement of a draft ordinance amending the Springfield Township zoning code to relegate medical marijuana dispensaries, growers, and processors. And that is my motion.
We have a motion. Do we have a second?
Second.
Thank you. Any questions or comments? All in favor, please signify by saying aye. Aye. All opposed, say nay. Please record a unanimous vote.
That concludes my report.
Thank you, Commissioner Standish. We move on to the Chairman of the Zoning Committee, Commissioner Daley.
Thank you, Mr. President. I'd like to announce that the Zoning Hearing Board will next meet on Monday evening, February 27, 2017, at 7 p.m. in the Springfield Township Middle School Library. The following petitions will be heard. Number 1, K&B Platinum Associates, 713 Bethlehem Pike, Erdenheim, is seeking a variance to install 4 additional facial signs at the CVS Pharmacy, 920 Bethlehem Pike, Erdenheim. The second petition is for Flowertown Swim Club, 1528 Bethlehem Pike, Flowertown, is seeking a variance following sections to allow construction of a 2,359 square feet second floor addition to their building. They are seeking to reduce the required off-street parking spaces from 400 to 234, to reduce parking space size from 20 feet by 10 feet to 18 by 9 feet and 16 by 9 feet, and to reduce the width of perimeter buffers for parking areas from 10 feet to 5 feet, and to reduce internal landscape. With respect to petition number 1 for K&B Platinum Associates, CVS, I would move that the Board of Commissioners authorize the Office of Township Solicitor to represent the interests of the Board of Commissioners in opposition to the Zoning Hearing Board application of KB Platinum Associates LLC as it relates to the installation of 4 additional facial signs at the CVS Pharmacy, 920 Bethlehem Pike, Erdenheim. That would be my motion.
We have a motion. Do we have a second?
Second.
Any questions or comments?
I have a comment. I would just like to alert, because this is in my ward, the majority of the people affected by these extra signs would be my neighbors and constituents. So I would just urge all of them, especially on Chesney and Glendalough and Longfield, to pay particular attention to this request and hopefully make their presence and their feelings public at the meeting. Thank you, Mr. President.
Great. And Jim, will you just, now that he's got everybody paying attention, will you repeat the date, please?
Oh, February 27, 2017, 7 p.m. here in the Springfield Township Middle School Library.
Thank you. Are there any other questions or comments? All in favor, please signify by saying aye. Aye. All opposed, say nay. Please record a unanimous vote.
Thank you, Mr. President. That would complete my report.
Thank you, Commissioner Daley. We move on to the Chairman of the Cultural Resources Committee, Commissioner Wilson.
Thank you, Mr. President. I just have a recycling report this evening. like to announce that during the month of January 2017, Springfield Township residents recycled 197.9 tons of materials with a householder participation rate of 75.2%. The net costs for the month was $17,064.54. That concludes my report.
Thank you, Commissioner Wilson. We call on the Chairman of the Human Resources Committee, Commissioner Graham.
Thank you, Mr. President. We have no report for this month.
Thank you, Commissioner Graham. And finally, we have the Co-Chairman of the Public Safety Committee, Commissioner Maxwell. You've already given one report. Do you have anything else?
No, Mr. President, nothing further for this evening.
Okay, thank you, Commissioner Maxwell. We are through the agenda. That means we are once again open for public comment. Do we have any public comment? There being none, I would entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Do we have a second?
Second.
All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
We're adjourned.
Cookies are served. Yeah, pretty good. Not bad, not bad.